Hey, what's up, guys? Raw just went off the air. I'm just going to talk about a few things that I found interesting tonight on Raw. Right off the bat, there was no Little People's Court. Shawn Michaels and Triple H did make a reference to it as like if it was a dream or something they had when they were served the papers or whatever. But I'm thinking that maybe the little people in the world got a little pissed off at that segment last week, and they opted not to do that to not make anybody else even more pissed off. So, also, there was a Kofi Kingston Randy Orton match, kind of. Of course, as Kofi's going to the ring, he gets jumped by Cody Rhodes. He gets thrown into the steel steps. Then Ted DiBiase comes out, messes with his leg, gives him a chalk block, and then wraps his leg around the ring apron a couple times. And then finally, Randy Orton comes out for the match, and yeah, it wasn't much of anything, but it's just, it's keeping the feud going, and this is Randy Orton getting one up on Kofi Kingston finally, because Kofi Kingston has been getting all the one-ups on Randy Orton for the past couple weeks. So now Randy Orton has finally had his opportunity to get one over on Kofi. The other thing I want to discuss was the Carlito and John Cena segment. Wow. How crazy was that? Everything that Carlito said was pretty accurate. He basically went on to saying that, we're tired of seeing you as champ. All the young guys want to have an opportunity to be where he's at. He was saying, where's the Carlito wristbands and t-shirts and all that? And, he made a very great point. It's true. John Cena's time has been here. It's time for it to pass. And I just couldn't believe that they had that segment, to be honest. I mean, it was almost like a shoot interview. But I don't know. It was like almost too good to be true, that interview. Because it's just crazy how, the internet on the IWC and all that, everybody talks about how they're tired of seeing the same old. And it's just weird how the WWE is embracing that. And they're trying to do their best to put the new guys, out there for us to see. Those are the major things that I thought was cool on Raw. Raw wasn't really that good. Vern Troyer, he did alright. I mean, we didn't even see Vern until 45 minutes until the first hour. And he did alright. One more thing, though, before I get into my rant, because I am going to do one little rant. Whoever gave Mark Henry permission to come out and bust a freestyle should be fired. That was the worst display of freestyle that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they were trying to show that he has personality, and really all he did was embarrass himself, to be quite honest. He wasn't even rhyming. I mean, it was just jumbled mess. Yeah. But the Mark Henry falling on Jillian in the dressing room, that was funny when they were dancing. That was the highlight of the night for me. Now, I'm looking into a little rant about DX. I totally love DX. I've been watching them since day one. What I have a problem with is how the announcers like Michael Cole want to stand out there and talk about how DX is the greatest tag team of all time. Excuse me, but DX was never a tag team. When DX was formed, it was Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chyna. Yes, okay, there was two guys in DX at first, so you could say they were a tag team, but they hardly ever wrestled as a tag team. They were more singles competitors than anything else. Shawn Michaels was the world champion back then. Triple H was the European champion back then. and China was the bodyguard. Then they got X-Pac and the New Age Outlaws. X-Pac wrestled for a while with the light heavyweight championship, and the New Age Outlaws were the only actual tag team in DX. And yes, they were tag team champions, but DX as a whole was never considered a tag team. They were just a group of degenerates who like to raise hell and have a good time. I mean, it blows my mind, but like Michael Cole is sitting there saying stuff like that. Oh, they're the greatest tag team of all time, when they were never a tag team. They only became a tag team recently, this past year, when they reformed. I mean, that's the only real time I've ever seen them be a tag team. But Michael Cole just sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed Michael Cole back in the day when The Rock was there, and The Rock used to make fun of him and call him Mitchell Cole all the time. That was hilarious. But now Michael Cole is just annoying, and he's repetitive as all hell, and it's just getting to the point that I can't stand listening to the man talk. And the poor King, I know Jerry's sitting there next to him, shaking his head inside, listening to Michael Cole talk. Because every time Michael Cole talks, it's nothing. I mean, he has nothing relevant to say when he's commentating. He just repeats himself over and over. I don't know how many times in the Chris Jericho Triple H match, which, by the way, the Chris Jericho and Triple H match tonight was great. The best match of the night without a doubt. Loved it. Those two guys worked great together. But I don't know how many times he said during that match, it's Chris Jericho and Triple H one-on-one tonight. He kept telling us that the whole time during the match. And I'm like, we know that, Michael Cole. Why do you keep saying that? Anyways, that's just my little rant about DX and Michael Cole. DX was never a tag team. They never came out back in the day as a tag team. They were just a group of people. Yes, they did tag every once in a while, but their primary purpose was single competition. Okay, and unless I'm wrong, somebody let me know, because I don't think they were ever looked at as a tag team. They were the competition to the NWO back then. WCW had the NWO, so Vince decided to create DX, a group of degenerates to kind of go head to head with NWO and WCW. That's it. If I had to rate Raw tonight, I'd give it a 7. It was all right. And next week we've got Mark Cuban, the billionaire owner of the Dallas Mavericks. Not too sure what they're going to have in store, but hopefully it'll be pretty good. Rate, comment, subscribe. Peace out, guys.